only electric utility company to meet Louisiana's reliability standards for each of the last 25 years. And last year, we kept the lights on more than 99.9% of the time. That's what keeps CLECO energized.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody. It is 80 degrees, and you know what? It's looking pretty darn cloudy out there. We actually had some rain showers that lingered through the night. I had 0.08 and 0.73 yesterday. I'm going to show you some radar estimates on the last 3 days, and man, does it look like we saw a lot of rain, as you know, I'm sure. But looking outside right now, it's cloudy, no rain out there, 80 degrees, so the clouds have been holding us in check. But over the last 3 days, notice 2 to 5 inches, very common. Ville Platte coming in a little lower down there, so southern Evangeline, southwestern Beauregard Parish a little bit lower. These are estimates, they're not exact, but notice that pink and purple and white even as you get into the southern end of St. Landry Parish, and then you head just east of Lafayette. That's where we had around Henderson and Breaux Bridge, we had flash flood emergencies yesterday, and they got hit again this morning. So over 10 inches of rain in those spots. It has been rough, and yes, it looks like more rain is coming, though I do see that light at the end of the tunnel. So just a small bit of good news for you. Now, right now, just some scattered showers that have been popping up. This has been happening over the last several hours as a little wave of energy comes through the area. I'm watching this up here to the northwest. Models really show this dissipating, but models have been terrible lately. So I think we get storms that pop up regardless, so I'm going to keep an eye on that. I think we get some scattered stuff today, and with all that said, we have a marginal risk for severe weather for a good chunk of the area. Temperatures now low 80s. It looks like Maryville, I don't know where that sensor's coming from. I don't think you're 90 down there, but I could be wrong. Could have the sun out and be a little toastier. But you can see here, spotty storms, the model not picking up on that thing coming out of the Metroplex, so we're going to be watching that one very closely this evening. And then it does look like we could see another round overnight come this way, and then tomorrow afternoon and evening, another one. So it looks like 2 to 3 more rounds of storms before we really scatter this out and start to see conditions improve. But as you can see there, 2 to 3 more rounds means we're going to see our saturated ground stay just as wet as ever. Mid 80s for today. We're not going to warm up into the 90s because we're going to keep the clouds around. So some scattered storms in your forecast there. And the chances, they just kind of fluctuate as these waves come through. I think it's going to be scattered this afternoon, and I'm going to be watching, and I'll update you on that complex coming out of Texas. There is your slight risk, generally from Natchitoches toward about, I don't know, Pollock, down towards Simmsport and south. That's where we have that marginal risk. These lines are not magic, so it doesn't mean you're absolutely out of the woods to the northeast, but it does drop off toward Monroe. Chances do get lower. And I thought I was going to leave Tom with no severe risk, but as the models have come in line better with that complex coming out of northeast Texas tomorrow, not only did we get into the marginal risk, now part of the area in that slight risk for that Bow Echo to come on down. So Tom will have you covered as I'm traveling towards St. Louis, and it is something that I am a little concerned we could see some at least isolated damaging wind with. So for today, rain chances about 70%. You're at 50 tomorrow. Then things do improve. We get rain chances down to more typical levels for this time of year at 20 to 30%. It looks like by next weekend, things are great here. Maybe even a little bump down on that humidity as that cold front tries its best to make it into our area. Here's what we're looking at. And again, I'm going to St. Louis. Let me tell you, I'm going to be right in the heart of that blue. I know you're probably tired of me bragging about this, but it's going to be in the low 70s, overnight lows mid 50s. I think I'm going to come back. We're going to have to see. It is going to be very cool up in the Great Lakes and Midwest, relatively speaking, you know, this time of year. And then that front kind of hangs up as it gets down close to here. I think we will see some benefit from that, especially in the sense that we're not going to be heating up toward triple digits anytime soon. But along with that front could bring some more scattered showers and storms. So once we get a little break in here, we'll dry things up a bit. Then we get back into the rain. So something to keep an eye on for sure. There's always something to keep an eye on here. Fortunately, we are at day 2 of the tropical season, and nothing showing that we have anything coming. Yeah, northwest flow this time of year with that instability, it's going to keep us busy. Hopefully it keeps the tropics away. Mom, you got to let me come back at some point. Or Kristen, I mean, one of us, we've got to come back at some point. All right, I'm going to get out of here. Have a wonderful afternoon. If we have severe weather later, one of us will be on talking about that. And I will be on early in the morning because we plan on getting on the road by about 7. But I do want to sneak in that live stream before we go. So, I don't know, sometime in the 6 to 7 window, I think, is when I will be on for tomorrow morning. Have a wonderful rest of your Sunday. Hopefully I won't see you again, but it's quite possible I will.